Hello. It's Stephanie here from HMO Heaven again, and I hope you're having an amazing day. It's great to be back with you, and we're here with part 2 of what it takes to run an amazing, well-managed HMO. And we've got 5 things, and I gave the first one last week, and it's the second one this week. And as you know, this is part of our HMO Tips series where we give you the 360 in our business and share with you the little things that make the big impact and keep those wheels turning smoothly. So a couple of weeks ago, I talked about what it is to buy a great property for an HMO. And these 5 weeks, we're talking about the 5 things that you really need in place to ensure that your HMO keeps making money for you month after month and year after year, and really makes that initial investment work hard. And number 2 is the personal check-in process. And what I mean by that is you spend time in person, you or one of your team spends time in person with every single tenant when they move in. Now, we didn't always do this. Most tenants would get a personal check-in, but some would be checking in at unusual hours, late at night or early in the morning or at the weekends or on the bank holiday. And so they would do a self-check-in, so to speak. And even when we did do the check-in in person, we had a sort of online vague checklist of things to say, but now we've got a new system where we've got a fantastic online checklist that we've made up where we go through a lot of things with the tenant, and at the end of it, both the tenant and we sign it to say that we agree everything and that we've understood everything. Now, why this is so important is what we were finding was we were getting questions from tenants about all sorts of things that were already provided to them, the written information that we give to them in person and online in our property management system. So these were things that people just didn't know and that were making their life difficult and ours. So what we found is that giving the information to the tenants is not enough, because a newsflash, they don't read it, or most tenants don't read it or don't read it carefully enough. And at the end of the day, who makes that sort of thing their bedtime reading? Not many people I know. So what we found is now we have this half an hour with the tenants and we go through all of the things that might come up, things that are going to help them and things that are obviously going to help us and save us time, as well as a sort of welcome to the house. Now this does a number of things. It says to the tenants realise that you really care about them and the property and making things go smoothly. And let me just go through some of the things that we have as part of that tenant check-in. So we have, as part of that tenant check-in, some of the things that were causing us problems. So some of the rooms had a propensity to condensation, and so you really did need to leave the window ajar. You really did need to have the air circulating and so on. And tenants really did not know about these things. So for example, they didn't know about the trickle vent on the window or the night latch where the window can be locked securely but also let the air circulate and things like that. So all of this is not only explained at the check-in, but we also show them how to do it. We go through the pictures because we love the tenants to make it a home for themselves and add any pictures that they want to. We provide the pictures that we set the house up with, but if they prefer their own, they can take ours down. But what we are insistent upon is that use a picture hook, because we're dealing with old houses, old walls, and so we don't want all the plaster coming off or what have you. So we just ask them, please use a picture hook, and we show them what a picture hook is because not everybody knows. And we just say to them, put your picture up using the picture hook, and if you change your mind, decide to take the picture down, or when you're moving out, leave the picture hook in the wall. So that's it, and we just go through that, and that just saves so many problems later on. And regarding the maintenance, what we encourage them to do is let us know about any seemingly trivial thing that's gone wrong. There's a little leak somewhere, or a door handle's fallen off, or a door's not closing properly, or whatever it is. We want to know everything because we'd rather fix something when it's small, than when it's large. And that's worked really well. We go through the recycling and the fees if extra rubbish collections are needed, and we find this has all really helped because the recycling has been an issue in the past, and we find all of these things have really helped to sort of nip everything in the bud, make sure everybody's on point and on the same page. What's the last one? And of course, yeah, we've got the welcome. We want them to feel welcome in the house and to enjoy it and to, you know, make it their home for the time that they're with us. As part of this, we've got a video inventory that we just go through while we're together, and they sign off to say that they agree, or if there's any points that they pick up that they don't agree with, we note those down as well as part of this checklist, and all that can go actually on the checklist. It's an online thing, but you can attach it, and immediately we both sign it. It automatically emails, and we can then add it into the property management system where both we and the tenant can then see it. So it just saves that situation where people say, oh, I didn't know about that, or I didn't know about this, or whatever it may be. So that's it. The must-have, well-managed HMO must-have item number 2, personal check-ins. And tune in next week for number 3. So guys, if you've enjoyed this video, and who wouldn't, let's face it, give me a thumbs up underneath, and also please subscribe to our channel. We'd love to have you with us. And if you're an HMO enthusiast, you already invest in HMOs, or you're just thinking about getting started, we'd love to see you in the HMO Heroes Facebook group. So please join, link below, come over to the group and say hi. We'd love to meet you. So that's it for this week. I will see you next week with number 3. I bet you can't wait. See you then, guys. Bye for now.